Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Rob. You're watching
Lists of 13.
Here you'll find lists of various topics, all in sets of 13.
If you have tristodectophobia, an irrational fear of the number 13, this video may not be for you. Otherwise, enjoy the list.
Today's list is not exactly a happy one, and it's pretty close to my heart because my mother ended up dying of cancer. Today, we present to you the 13 states with the highest cancer rates per capita in the United States. These statistics come from thehealthy.com, writer Lauren Kahn, March 17th, 2022, medically reviewed by Tia Jackson Bay, MD.
Number 13, Mississippi. Number 13 in the nation for cancer diagnoses, Mississippi has a rate of 468.6 cases per 100,000 people. Unfortunately, the state's cancer death rate of 194 per 100,000 puts Mississippi second worst in the nation. Mississippi also has the fourth highest rate of lung cancer diagnoses in the United States.
Number 12, Connecticut, with a cancer incidence rate of 472.4 per 100,000 people. Connecticut ranks 12th in the nation. This may be due to Connecticut's higher than average rate of breast cancer diagnoses, 140 new cases per 100,000 people, placing it second in the nation. However, Connecticut's cancer death rate of 127 per 100,000 is well below the national average, and it places among the top 10 states for survival. 7th best overall.
Well, that's at least remarkably good news that they are the 7th best overall for survival rate.
It really is. I'm kind of surprised they're on here, though. I never would have thought Connecticut as a cancer hub, if you will.
Number 11, Iowa's rate of cancer diagnoses is 475.2 per 100,000 people, making it the 11th in the nation, with 165.6 deaths per 100,000, which is higher than the overall death rate from cancer in the U.S. I'm from Iowa, and given the fact that it's farmland and chemicals have been heavily used over the entire time of chemicals being created, I'm honestly not surprised.
Number 10, Maine at 475.9 cases per 100,000 people. It is the 10th highest in the U.S. With a death rate of 174 per 100,000, it ranks 12th worst in cancer deaths. Breast, prostate, and lung cancer are among the most commonly diagnosed cancers in Maine.
This is surprising to me. I just think of Maine as a place where you go and eat lobster rolls and watch whales. I realized more than that happens there, but I didn't really think it was cancer.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that there's so many woods and wilderness, and there's not a whole lot of big cities. It kind of surprises me also.
Number 9, West Virginia. With 476 cases per 100,000 people, means West Virginia comes in 9th worst in the nation for diagnoses. It also ranks 3rd in the nation for highest cancer death rates, at slightly less than 190 per 100,000. Lung, breast, and colon cancer are the top causes of cancer death in West Virginia.
I bet part of it has something to do with those coal mines and all of the wastewater that is supposed to be treated that doesn't get treated all the time, that goes into rivers and stuff like that.
Makes sense.
Number 8, Rhode Island. At 477.5 cases per 100,000 people, Rhode Island ranks 8th worst in the nation for new cases of cancer. The state also comes in below the national death rate at 165 per 100,000. Lung, breast, and prostate cancer are the leading cancers in Rhode Island.
Number 7, Louisiana is the 7th highest state for cancer diagnoses, with 481 cases per 100,000 people. The state's death rate of roughly 183 per 100,000, however, is higher than the nation's average, placing it 10th in the nation for cancer deaths.
Number 6, New York. With a rate of 482 cases per 100,000 people, New York is the 6th in the nation for cancer diagnoses. New York is below the national average death rate, coming in at 151 per 100,000. In 2016, pancreatic cancer became one of the top causes of cancer death in New York. Funny enough, there was a person who used used to be my teacher who died of cancer, and it was in fact pancreatic cancer, and I grew up in New York, so go figure.
Very interesting that that's one of the leading cause of death. I know it's a very high mortality rate for the different types of cancer, but just interesting that that's one of the leading causes of cancer death. Number 5, New Jersey has the 5th highest cancer rate in the country, 483.4 cases per 100,000 people, and a cancer death rate of 153.5. Jersey's high diagnosis rate may have something to do with the levels of radon. As many as 1 in 6 New Jersey homes may register some level of contamination, according to the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection.
I'll bet that some of the other things in New York the same way. I bet there's a lot of lawn chemicals that are also responsible for a lot of it. Number 4, New Hampshire ranks 4th in the nation for cancer diagnoses at 483.5 cases per 100,000 people. Lung, breast, and prostate cancer are the most common diagnoses in New Hampshire. The state's cancer death rate is 162 per 100,000, which is slightly less than the national average.
Number 3, Pennsylvania. With a rate of 487 cases per 100,000 people, Pennsylvania comes in at the 3rd highest. While breast, prostate, and lung cancers are most prevalent, thyroid cancer is more common in Pennsylvania than other states. Penn State researchers report that the state's incidence of thyroid cancer may be higher than it is in the rest of the United States, possibly due to the 3 Mile Island incident back in 1979. The cause of thyroid cancer is often unknown, but exposure to low-dose radiation in childhood, as well as obesity, are known risk factors. The good news is that thyroid cancer is highly curable. Pennsylvania's cancer death rate is 169 per 100,000.
I'm going to bring a little bit of comedy into this very serious video. Do you remember the time on The Simpsons when the nuclear power plant almost had a meltdown, and then Homer saved the day and Mr. Burns was like, "You made this a 3 Mile Island instead of a Chernobyl."
Yes. But when you first started the story and you said they almost had a nuclear meltdown, I was thinking, which time? Until you clarified the rest of it.
But you do remember that episode?
I do.
Fun stuff. Number 2, Delaware. Although Delaware's cancer rate, 498.4 cases per 100,000 people, is second in the country and well above the national average, the state's cancer death rate is 169.6 per 100,000. The top 3 causes of cancer death in Delaware are breast, prostate, and lung.
And number 1, Kentucky. With 521 new cases per 100,000 people, Kentucky has the highest cancer rate in the country. It also, sadly, has the highest cancer death rate in the country, with 198 per 100,000 people. The 3 types of cancer with the highest prevalences were breast, prostate, and lung, as is true for most of the states on this list. However, the death rate due to lung cancer was a striking rate of 66 per 100,000, which is higher than the average death rate from lung cancer in the US, which is 42 per 100,000.
I'm guessing it may have something to do with the high amount of smokers that are in Kentucky and the fact that there's a lot of tobacco growing and stuff like that in Kentucky, so it's more socially acceptable or whatever.
You also have to consider the amount of the state that really isn't in well-populated cities, which may leave healthcare not a top priority or something that's available to everybody.
Very true. We hope you enjoyed this video today, as depressing as it may have been.
Tell us in the comments what was most surprising to you about the 13 states with the highest cancer rate per capita in the United States. Thanks again for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up.
And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to get notified when we post new videos.
After subscribing, ring the bell.
After that, tell all your friends.
We hope you enjoy your day and keep being kind to one another.